Hello guys, today I want to take you through the share permissions. So let's get started. Um, Before you start the task, kindly go through the resources. The resources are very important in understanding the task ahead. So go through the resources, then there's the resource, and make sure you understand each of these commands. Okay, these commands you man it in your terminal, or you google it. You can, and you can get the meaning of these commands. They are very essential in completing your tasks, very essential. So try to understand each of these commands before you tackle any of the tasks. Okay, so go through them. What do the commands chmod, sudo, su, on, change group do? So you should be able to understand all these. They are very important. Okay, so try to know how to create user, how to create groups. They are very important as well. Then plagiarism, plagiarism is not encouraged. Okay, so these are the requirements which you are familiar with. So let's go straight to tag zero. My name is Betty. So the tag says that we are to create a script that switches the current user to the user Betty. Okay, so when you see this, it is quite simple. I mean, you should use exactly 8 characters for your command plus 1 character for the new line. You can assume that the user Betty will exist when we run your script. Okay, so create a script that switches the current user to the user Betty. Okay, so if you have gone through the resources, you know that the SU is used in shell scripting to change user. Okay, the SU command, this command is used. Okay, so the SU command is in shell scripting stand for substitute user. So it means substitute is more or less switch user. It is used to run command with privileges of another user. So this is what we are to use to answer task zero. And don't forget the requirement. Don't forget your shebang, okay, or hash bank, whatever you call it. So for task zero, you have your hash bank, then move to the next line, and then the question says what? Says switch the current user to the Betty user. So if you are to switch user to Betty, switch user to Betty. So we are switching user to the user Betty. So this is what you have to do. That is that. Okay, it's quite simple when you understand what you are doing and when you have gone through the resources. Very important. The resources are very important in succeeding in this. Okay, so change user or switch user and then Betty. Okay, so the shebang here is is actually telling the operating system, okay, that I don't know if you understand, but if you have gone through, once you are in this stage, I believe you understand what the shebang does. So the shebang At the beginning of the script is called a shebang or shebang. It is a special line used in shell script or Unix line operating system, including Linux OS. The shebang specify the interpreter that should be used to execute the script. So it means that the shebang line, this means that the interpreter that is going to be used to interpret our script is bash, the born again shell bash. So for instance, if we put here python means that the interpreter that we are going to use is Python. Okay, so by in this case we are using bash. So the born again shell is what we are using to for our script. Okay, so let's move to task. Task one. Task one says what? Who am I? Write a script that prints the effective user name of the current user. So if you have gone through, as I said, if you have gone through the resources, you know which command to use when you want to print the effective username of the current user. Okay, so in our case, we shouldn't forget our shebang. Okay, so slash bash slash slash bin slash bash, sorry, slash bin slash bash. Okay, so the command to use to print print the effective username, okay, is, I call this command who am I. Who am I? WHOAMI. Or is it this command? Call this command who am I. So this is the command we are going to use to print the effective username. Okay, the effective username of the current user. So the who am I command in shell scripting is used to display the current username of the user executing the command. So the current user that is executing the command, we use that's to print the current username executing the command. We use who am I. So just after your shebang, you type your who am I command. Okay, so this is for task one. So I don't want to go further. I believe with this, I believe that if you have gone through the resources, you shouldn't have any problem going through the rest of the tasks at all. Like it's just the resources that has been given that you are going to make use of. So in this case, I'll end here and then I'll challenge you to go through the rest of the tasks. Thanks for watching.